I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable, capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva lo Aso, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a match many thought we would never see. Eddie Guerrero versus CM Punk.
Just listen to this ovation for the Second City Saint.
CM Punk just soaking it in, feeding off his hometown crowd.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
This is what Eddie knew he was walking into tonight. The loudest, most passionate ovation you may hear all year.
Yeah, Cole, but Eddie also knows you don't wrestle a crowd. Punk may be feeling invincible right now, but once that bell rings, it's just him and Eddie.
And when you face Eddie Guerrero, things get very real very fast.
This is an emotional matchup for CM Punk, and you better believe Eddie knows that already. These two briefly crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of respect between the two of them right now, but once the bell rings, I expect that to all go out the window.
Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights. But now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
Float over Russian leg sweep. CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's from the top. Double axe handle connects.
Fisherman suplex, classic. And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Wants to finish this.
Watch out.
Oh, he paid for that. High risk.
Hooked up and
Backdrop suplex. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling
blast off.
Smartly dipping out of harm's way. This Chicago crowd getting even more excited. CM Punk is showing what he's capable of against Eddie.
Big time height on that kick.
This is going to be a slow, methodical match as much as it'll be a psychological one. Right now, I really can't tell who's got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched, I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
And that was a hell of a maneuver there, guys. CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years.
To the sky.
Wow, cross body!
Rising to his feet, but he's still looking glassy-eyed. Springboard misses the target.
Stomping down!
You know he's got something big planned for him now.
Oh, that can break an arm. What a counter!
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
Oh! Oh! And he's leaving the ring for the moment. Oh, the physicality on display there. Unbelievable.
Bam! Well-placed calf kick. Eddie has to be aware now. This isn't the kid I faced before. This man is my equal. Maybe better.
And he gets delivered back into the ring.
Trying to find his bearings, but it looks like the end is near. Connects off the springboard. Boom!
Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly. Check out the springboard.
Misses the target.
Boom!
He's doing it.
Going for the pin. Oh, my. How in the world did he kick out of that?
Not even a 2 count. He's still holding strong here. A rake of the face, crushing the stomach with a stomp.
Big drop kick to the chest. Agility like that, easier said than done, gentlemen.
And that prevents Eddie's attack. Shining Wizard! Looking to take it to the air now. Oh, my!
And averting damage there.
A chain of reversals here, every motion getting cut off.
And misses on the springboard. He's locking in the target, just a matter of time.
Check out the springboard.
Oh! What a lariat!
breathtaking head scissor takedown. I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade, but don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best in the world from giving everything he has to defeat Latino Heat.
Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
Punk is locked in on his opponent now.
And a reversal by Guerrero. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a...
Up high.
Nobody home.
CM Punk headed to the top rope. Look at the height. Frog splash. Into the pin. Releasing the pin. He's adding insult to injury. One step ahead there.
Up and...
Oh, knee right to the spine. He's going for the pin. They kick out at only 1.
Not even a 2 count, just found a way to power out of that pin attempt. The springboard attack fails to land. Punk dodges out in time.
One counter met by another.
Caught the leg. Got him caught. Uh-oh. Dragon screwed.
Targeting the chest, very effective. And the core taking on some damage.
Chop. As we've seen so often, it's hard to find.
Foregoing any finesse now, instead choosing to trade these heavy shots.
Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
And come on now. Distasteful offense we've just witnessed. Drop kick.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack.
Punk now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into the Anaconda Vice.
And you can see him struggling to break. A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Being set up in the corner for something.
Boom.
Oh, attacked in the midsection.
Guerrero making clear he has his number. Turns it around. Sole of foot meets the stomach.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, down with a GTS. Guerrero's on his last breath.
2. Oh, he kicked out.
You have to be impressed with how much Eddie can endure, how much he's able to still fight on.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough.
2 men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet.
Oof. But here comes the fire. Lots of counters from each athlete. Impenetrable defense.
Uranagi by Punk. He turns it
Into the Anaconda Vice. This one could be over.
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Back and forth, this has been an absolute showcase of fighting spirit from Punk and Guerrero.
Fighting spirit or sheer stubbornness. Either way, everyone with shoulders down, this might do it.
Punk did it here in Chicago.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
This has to mean so much more for Punk than just a win. Defeating your idol is something few people ever get to experience.
Let alone in front of your hometown, on your native soil.
You can just tell Punk is being overwhelmed with emotion right now.